In this video, we're going to be looking at this incoming severe weather outbreak for the south. Before we could get into the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications so you won't miss a single upload or live stream on the channel. Right now, we are looking at the Storm Prediction Center outlook, and this is for Friday. And as you can see, they have issued a slight risk for severe weather in the yellow and also a marginal risk for severe weather in the dark green. That's meaning you are going to see some severe weather in this region for Friday. As we look at the probabilistic outlook, we do have a significant chance for all hazards in this black hatch region. This is meaning you could see significant hail upwards of 2 inches or more. You could also see upwards of 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and upwards and even EF2 to EF5 tornadoes in that region. Now, this is not the individual hazards like we usually see on day 2, but day 3, as we look at day 3 outlooks, they usually just have this one risk that puts all the risks together, and it kind of makes this type of area here. So this is pretty much all the risks put together. As you can see, at least one individual hazard has a significant chance within it. It could either be a tornado risk, which is unlikely. It can definitely be a wind or hail threat, definitely within that black region. Now, we do have a area highlighted for day 4, which is Saturday, and this is the same system. As you can see, we have a 15% chance for some severe weather for day 4, which is again Saturday. So definitely be aware of that if you do live in the southeast. And even day 7, which is close to a week out, they already highlighted an area of a 15% chance for severe weather in portions of Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. This is very rare to get issued this far out. So definitely be very weather aware if you do live in portions of Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. If you live in that region right there, definitely be super weather aware, because this is definitely going to be a pretty significant severe weather event, especially for Tuesday of next week. Now, as we look at the future radar according to the NAM 3-kilometer model here, right now we're on Wednesday at around 1 p.m. and that's definitely past now. So let's go ahead and go forward here to Friday. So this is going to be around 6 a.m. of Friday. We have very scattered rain showers, possibly even some convection over here in southern Missouri for the early morning hours of Friday. Now, as we head throughout the now midday, still morning hours, but getting closer to midday here, we are seeing some pop-up thunderstorms over here in western Arkansas. Even over here down here, we are seeing some pop-up thunderstorms as well over in southeastern Texas, around Dallas, or just south of Dallas. Now, as we head throughout the afternoon hours, so this will be around 2 p.m., you are seeing these thunderstorms are now really starting to pop up over here in eastern Texas, now over the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And as we move forward even more, so this will be around 30 p.m. here, we're seeing some pretty widespread convection over this region right here, which is meaning these cells are initiating by the time you get to 3 or 4 p.m. here. As you head throughout now 4 p.m., we're seeing some even stronger storms, possibly supercells over here now north of Dallas. Even some embedded supercells down here over around the Houston area now. Moving forward even more into the late afternoon hours, we are seeing a line developing over here in northeastern Oklahoma. That hits the Tulsa area and moves about a southeastern direction as we head throughout the overnight hours. And as we head throughout now 6 p.m., you can see all of these very clustered thunderstorms over there in northeastern Oklahoma, reaching into southwestern Missouri, and now northwestern Arkansas. Even some clustered severe thunderstorms down here in eastern Texas and now western Louisiana. And as we move forward throughout the overnight hours, so this will be around 8 p.m., still around the evening hours, but reaching into the overnight hours now, you're seeing this organized line of storms now developed. This will be just east of the Oklahoma City area. You may see some distant thunder if you do live in Oklahoma City, but nothing too crazy for Oklahoma City, like I said. And we're now heading through now 11 p.m. of Saturday, and we are even seeing some bow echoes in here, meaning you could see some pretty strong wind gusts within some of these storms. And this is definitely going to be hitting the Little Rock, Arkansas area, and even Dallas again as we head throughout the overnight hours. The majority of Louisiana is seeing some very clustered severe thunderstorms by the time you're reaching into 12 a.m. of Sunday, 12 a.m. of Saturday. I was saying Saturday because the actual Zulu time was saying Saturday, but it was actually Friday. So this is actually Saturday now, and all of those times that I was saying, those were Friday. So excuse me there. But as you can see, we can't go any further, but those storms are heading now into Little Rock by the time we reach into 12 a.m. of Saturday, and all of these times back over here were Friday. So just clarifying that. Now, as we look at significant tornado parameters, and this is pretty much putting all of the tornado ingredients, models, all of them together here, so we can look at this a bit easier. I will go in more depth in tomorrow's video, but this is just gonna be a quick update video here. And as you can see, we are seeing some very nice parameters here. We're seeing upwards of 3 to 4s here, and that's around the mid-level chart, as you can see in this top region of the chart there. So we're seeing some very nice tornado parameters, especially in this region right here. If we see any supercells, especially that one north of Dallas here, and if this line of storms that's going to develop in Oklahoma mostly, this will also hit some of that area also. So that'll definitely produce possibly some tornadic supercells embedded within that line. But any supercells that develop within this corridor right here may have a definite potential to produce some decent tornadoes, and even a strong tornado may be possible within that region as well. And as we head forward throughout the overnight hours, of course, that tornado threat really decreases. And you can actually see that front line, and you can actually see that line of storms right here. You can see those bow echoes hitting those significant tornado parameters by the time we reach into 12 a.m. So that line will actually be hitting some of these. So this whole area right here definitely has a definite potential to produce some pretty decent tornadoes if it has those embedded supercells within the line. But mainly it's going to be a very strong wind threat and even a big hail threat. As we look at the surface-based CAPE values, you can see here we are seeing upwards of 3,500 joules per kilogram. So we're seeing a bunch of CAPE, and that's really going to trigger a very big hail threat. So mainly a very big hail threat and a very big wind threat for Friday's storms. But for next week is looking very interesting for a possible tornado event for next week. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn on post notifications so you won't miss a single upload or live stream on the channel. But anyways, stay safe.